Well, good morning. Today is going to be an interesting day. I'm going to take you guys along with me on the adventure. Today we're sitting at one order so far. It's only like 9:30 in the morning, but we're already at $500 in revenue, so that's great. I just finished editing some new ads. So, little interesting thing here. Testing a new ad style. So, a lot of the ads that I've been running for this store recently and throughout the whole time I've been running this store has been like B-roll montage style ads just talking about the benefits of the product, mainly the product itself, right? And I watched this sort of podcast, great marketer, his name's Craig Clemens, and he talks about, how you need to stop focusing on the product itself and focus on the desire and what people become with your product. And I haven't really done that. Like, think of it like this. So back in the day there was, I don't remember who did it, but one of the first toothpaste companies, their ads didn't talk about the toothpaste itself. Their main selling factor was the line, get the movie star smile. And the reason it worked so well is because everybody wanted, to have a bright white smile like the movie stars. And like, it got me thinking. I was like, that's an interesting thing. Like, when I think about it, why do I buy anything I buy? So like for example, I bought this microphone thing right here. Okay, I'm not using it right now. I'm using my phone right now just because it's easier than the camera. But why did I buy this? I have no idea how to use it. I really know nothing about it when I bought it. The only reason I bought it is because I watch YouTubers online. They have really good sound quality, tons of subscribers, and in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I need to have good quality sound as well in order to get the same amount of views as them and, stuff like that. I didn't buy this because it was, a small microphone that, has this fluffy thing on it. So I know that was a long tangent, but basically I've been editing new ads for my product that kind of test this theory out and do less of the selling of the product itself and more of the selling of who you could become. So I just finished that. But yeah, so we're gonna get ready now because I gotta go pick something up. So let's go do that. So you probably already know by the title of the video, but I'm trading in my car today. So that's what I am off to go do. And I'll talk about that more once I get the new one. But I need to wash my car first because it's a little dirty. And there's a lot of pollen here. So let's go wash it. It's kind of cold outside, so let me change first. Oh my god, it's way too cold outside to be washing a car. Look at my nose. So I just rinsed it. Just because I already cleaned it. I just need to get the pollen off. So now we need to drive 2.5 hours to Nashville. Let's go. I'm pretty early to my appointment right now, so I'm just sitting here at CVS waiting, about like 40 minutes early. So here's a good time to talk about the business. Got a lot of things going on that are really, really interesting. So with this new factory, still need to order samples and stuff, but overall, with the photos I'm seeing and all that good stuff, the product is like 10 times better, okay? The issue is it's going to take longer for the product to get to the customer just because there's a lot more that goes into the customization and actually creating the product for them. Now, that's okay though, because the thing is people want quality, That's the number one thing my audience and market wants, is quality over getting it quick. So I don't care about waiting for a while, as long as what they get is quality. And since it's higher quality, I can increase my prices by almost like $100 to $200, which is crazy. And the item itself, to ship it from China and make it and all that, is actually not much more expensive than what I'm paying my current agent. I don't know how that's possible, but it's still going to be around $150 to $160, and I'm going to be able to sell it for, my prices are going to be around $450, $480, which is going to be insane and increase my margins a lot. So I'm excited for that. Totally revamping the website and restructuring how people purchase. And this is all done based on what some people have said, when they're ordering from us. And it gave us some ideas on how to make the order process more catered to each individual person. So I have someone developing a whole system for that, which is going to be awesome. It's going to allow us to get way more signups, people opting into our email, which means more email flows and text message flows and all that to reconvert people, because we have hundreds of people on our site every single day that don't actually sign up. But with this new process, it's going to require most of them to sign up to actually, start customizing things, which is going to be great. And that should increase our sales overall. It should increase our conversion rate. It should increase our conversion rate as well. And the great thing about this factory that I'm using now is, before, we would only be able to sell to specific people, because we had to make sure that our product that we're selling would actually work for what they have. I don't want to say too much, so I'm kind of just trying to say it in a roundabout way. So we lost out probably about on 50% of our traffic because they just couldn't buy from us. But with this new factory, we don't have that problem. We can make this product for anybody. So it's going to require more back-end systems to kind of talk one-on-one with customers and personalize things for them one-on-one. But this allows us to capitalize on 100% of our traffic and send out email flows and SMS flows to people that weren't able to purchase before. So this is huge. Now, for the marketing, I fired the last marketing guy. He sucked, to be honest. Barely got anything done. I was waiting for things constantly, and it just kind of slowed things down a lot, so I fired him and brought someone else on. I did a little bit more strategic questioning when I hired this guy, because one of the biggest things I believe is creative is the number one thing for an ad to perform well. It doesn't matter if you're doing bidding strategies or what campaign structure you're doing. Creative is the biggest thing, and how you're, continuing to revamp your creative every single time you test. So when I was asking this other advertiser, I was like, hey, what do you think is the most important thing for this ad to work? And I was specifically looking for him to say creative, and he did. Okay, so that's really awesome. He gave more ideas of how to improve creative, other angles we could try and test. So I think he's going to do a lot better. But of course, the problem with Upwork and hiring people is they sound great in the beginning, but the moment you create the contract and hire them, things go downhill. They stop messaging you. They stop, replying to your messages on time. They slow down, and it just, overall, the experience goes down a lot. But yeah, either way though, we're still getting a lot of sales. We've been getting a lot more sales recently with our sales side. So less sales with our front end, where people land on the website from Facebook ads and buy right away. A lot of our sales have been coming, 2 to 3 days later, after we call them on the phone. So why is it going dark? What the heck? Yeah, after we call them on the phone, our conversion rate for phone calls is like 7%. 7%, which is absolutely insane. So my sales guy is absolutely crushing it right now. So But yeah, that's the updates on that. I'm going to start heading over there. Yo, this thing is awesome! Let's go! Yep, I got myself a truck. Oh yeah. Toyota Tacoma. That's crazy. All from dropshipping. Absolutely crazy. Now, it is used, and there's a few reasons for that. The first one is I don't need a sports car. What am I going to do with a sports car anyways? Okay, I think it's just a waste. Second is I got this used because it allows me to film video ads of my product. Yeah, it allows me to film video ads for my product because my product is designed for used vehicles. That's all I'm going to say. And more specifically, my demographic is truck owners. So that's another bonus. So I can make tons of video ads with this bad boy here. And overall, it's an investment for the business. Another thing is I'm a property owner, so I need to be able to haul around, wood and stuff like that for, working on my property, tools, equipment, whatever it may be. Need that. And finally, I want to get jet skis someday in the future, and I need a bad boy like this to pull those jet skis. I'm playing chess over here, you know what I'm saying? All you guys are playing chutes and ladders. Today we're nearing about $2,500 in revenue with the business, 1.7% conversion rate, which is great. Now, the new ads that I talked about launching in the beginning of this video aren't really doing that great. I think I kind of soft sold the product a little bit too much, and maybe people aren't realizing that I'm actually running an ad and selling a product. It feels more like an engagement sort of ad, which is what's happening, which is okay. We're going to test some more angles around that, desire standpoint that I talked about in the beginning of the video. Hopefully we can find some new awesome angles. And another thing that happened today, which is absolutely crazy, I got approved for an American Express business gold card. You know how it is, But yeah, I got approved, which is awesome, which will allow me to consolidate a lot of my spending into one card instead of multiple cards. It'll also allow me to earn more points, which is great. And it has no preset limits, so that is absolutely crazy. All from one dropshipping store. 1 year. It's not even a year yet. A year will be July. It's not even April. So things happen quickly. Anyways, I'm gonna go drink this and get into the gym, and I'll see you guys in the next video.